I'm Jake, you're watching Gas Guzzlers, and this is the completely redesigned 2025 Subaru Forester. Let's get into it. Now I want to start the video by talking about what Subaru is known for, and that is going to be safety. So EyeSight, Subaru's enhanced driver assistance system, is going to be standard on all Forester models. Also standard is going to be all-wheel drive. All Forester models will be all-wheel drive as standard. There's also a new feature called Subaru Stop Assist. If the vehicle detects the driver has become unresponsive, it's going to slow down in the lane, it's going to unlock the doors, turn on the hazards, and contact emergency services for you. Nice to see that. There is also a distraction mitigation feature. I'm interested to hear what you all have to say about this. There's on the Touring trim, you can get a camera. It's going to watch you. It's going to make sure you're paying attention to the road and paying attention to the driving and alert you if you are being distracted. Let me know, what do you think about your car spying on you like that? I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts. At the side of the Forester, we see our enlarged grille, these compact LED lights. Subaru says it creates a shield effect. I'm not entirely sure what that means or if I see it, but good to know. You got fog lights down here, and the real thing I want to show you, 8.7 inches of ground clearance. That's a pretty good amount of ground clearance. The Forester really is a vehicle you can take for some light off-roading to get to a trailhead or something like that. At the side of the Forester, we have some interesting features here. You have these outlets on the wheels. What is this for? This is going to prevent air pressure from building up in the wheel well. That's going to prevent lift from building up in the front of the vehicle. It's going to enhance your stability. This vehicle also is just going to be much stiffer than the previous generation Forester. It's 10% stiffer. Subaru's using new welding techniques. They're also using about triple to quadruple the amount of structural adhesives throughout the frame of the vehicle. That's going to greatly decrease the amount of noise, vibration, and harshness entering the vehicle. In addition, it's going to mean this new Forester just feels tighter and more responsive. It also means that while the new Forester has gotten only half an inch wider, it's actually gotten substantially more roomy inside because of those new welding techniques and adhesive applications. At the rear of the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester, you'll notice that the rear glass is really steep. That's going to increase your cargo capacity. We got good capacities back here. 30 cubic feet of space behind the second row. Put that down, we're gonna have 75 cubic feet of space. Now, one thing I really like about the rear of the Forester is the way you put down the second row. There's a little spring load switch, you flick it, the whole seat just goes down easy peasy lemon squeezy. The two things I don't like. This is an outdoor focused vehicle and this is a top of the line touring model. So you gotta consider two things. First of all, there should be a full size power outlet back here. You're out with your friends, you're exploring, you want a speaker, you want, I don't know, your little George Foreman grill or something. You should be able to plug that in. There is a barrel plug back here, but you shouldn't have to use an adapter or something when you're on the full upscale touring model. The other thing that I wish they would address, this is a 60/40 folding seat. There should really be a ski pass-through. For an outdoor focused vehicle, there should be either a 40/20/40 seat or a ski pass-through so that you don't lose a full-size seat when trying to get skis or hiking poles or whatever down the center of the Forester. So those are two improvements I would like to see maybe for the mid-model year refresh. The interior of the new Forester is exactly what we'd expect from Subaru. It's got an outdoorsy vibe to it. It's just nice and well-built quality interior. Of course, we have features like a wireless charger. We do have an outlet that you're going to need an adapter for up front. We'd like to see just more regular USB-C ports. We have a USB-C and a USB-A port, but you know, a lot of cars are doing 7, 8 USB-C ports around them now. Would be nice to see more up front for your front passenger as well. That aside, I want to talk about this new 11.6-inch infotainment screen. Now, this has some cool outdoor features in it. So for example, as What 3 Words integration. What 3 Words is a firm that's gone around and divided the entire earth into little, I think it's 3 by 3 meter chunks. And that means that if you want to meet someone, say at a trailhead, there's a 3-word code associated with every one of those chunks around the globe. You give someone those 3 words and your Subaru can guide you to it. So it's really helpful if you want to meet someone at a trailhead or something like that that is not in a normal Apple Map system or something like that. Now the Forester comes with dual zone climate control. Subaru says that the climate system will focus on heating or cooling occupied seats rather than the entire vehicle, and that is going to improve fuel economy. I'm excited to see what that looks like, hopefully when we get one of these out on the road later this year. Now the rear of the Forester is really airy. You have these large windows and just a lot of light comes into here. We do have a pull-out center cubby with 2 cup holders. Let's close that up. 2 air vents here, USB-A port, USB-C port, and heated outboard seats. I mean, it's a perfectly comfy little spot. It's just kind of a standard high-end mid-sized crossover affair, and that's certainly not a bad thing. One way that Subaru ups the ante a little bit is with this suede material on the seats and doors on this touring trim. Gives it a nice little premium feel. Under the hood, we have a 4-cylinder boxer engine pulling out 108 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque through a CVT, and of course, since this is a Forester, we have all-wheel drive. Now, you might notice there's a lot of room between the top of the engine and the top of the engine bay here. The engine's really low down. Why is that? This is a boxer engine. So most engines start with I, meaning inline, all the pistons are vertically aligned like this, or they will be a V, right? They'll be arranged in a V shape like this. In a boxer engine, the pistons are horizontal. They're flat and opposed like this. That means that you shrink the height of the engine down. That means you can place the engine lower down the vehicle. That is going to give you better handling and a lower center of gravity. With electric cars, everyone talks about how good they handle because they have a low center of gravity with that heavy battery pack down low. This is doing something similar. I'm excited to get behind the wheel of the Forester. I think this is gonna be an interesting car to drive. I'm interested particularly in how that CVT handles. I haven't been particularly impressed by Subaru CVTs so far, but maybe the one in here will change my mind. So we'll get this out on the road later this year, hopefully. Guys, thanks so much for watching our coverage of the 2024 DC Auto Show. Be sure to come to the 2025 show where I'm sure the 2026 Forester will be present. Guys, I'm Jake, you're watching Gas Guzzlers. This is the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. We will see you in next week's video.